I love vanilla. Matt hates vanilla, so he's like, please don't buy the boring vanilla. And I'm like, oh, it's so good in protein shakes though. And this is probably the easiest spinach salad you'll ever make, but I'm obsessed with it. Just give me a second. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For the sake of this video, I brought us a plate of food, which is my lunch. And most importantly, what I want to show with this plate is portion size. But what we have is 2 cups of spinach salad, 100 grams of yams, and 100 grams of chicken. And this is kind of the portion that I go with for all of my meals. Lunch is gone, so is my lip gloss. Let's do this. Just at the beginning of this video, I want to mention that I am not a dietitian, I am not a nutritionist. I am simply showing you what works for me and for my body and for my style training and my fitness goals. You don't have to follow any of these recipes. Also, if you have any allergies or any kind of limitations when it comes to your diet, you simply can just switch out things that work for you specifically. So when you're watching this video, just keep in mind that I am at a different point of my fitness journey than you might be. And also, if you like seeing one lifestyle and one fitness video every week, please give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel, because then you'll be there for all the following videos. At the beginning of my fitness journey, all I really did was go to the gym to do cardio, and then I switched from cardio to weights, to more weights, less cardio, to no cardio at all and just weights. Doing that definitely did help my body process all of the calories, all the food I was eating back then, and gave me a different shape to my body. And then obviously I got addicted to the gym and making progress. And it was about 2 years ago that I decided that I wanted to put more effort into the diet part of my fitness, because I was working really hard and I wasn't seeing really any progress that was lying underneath kind of a layer of fat. So I went kind of on the extreme side because I started counting macros, and I still don't really have a problem with counting macros, but what is the problem here is that it will never be possible for you to know how many calories exactly you are burning every single day, because your days are different. It depends on what kind of workout you're doing. It depends on what kind of work you do besides the gym, like what is your job. So just like example, for me, it is not just like what I burn during my workouts that are 6 days a week, but also my job is very physical because I'm a trainer. So I get to do exercises pretty much all day long because I have to show and exercise, then I have to move gym equipment. That all kind of plays into that as well. It's not just what you burn during your workout. I like totally got sidetracked already, and I'm like into this video, what, 2 minutes? Back to macros. So I'm gonna insert pictures now of 2016 when I was counting my macros and I was severely undercutting my calories and working out a lot more. So I turned out to be what people would call shredded, but I felt like I was skinny. And I did not necessarily like that. Like in this photo, I can barely recognize myself. My face was so slim and I had no boobs left. And my arms were skinny, I had no butt left. But the thing that I liked about it was that I could see muscle definition that I'd never seen before, so I got addicted to it, and that kind of led me into like a vicious cycle of undercutting even more my calories, because I was just like obsessed with seeing muscle mass that I haven't seen before. So looking back, that was not my goal body, even though I like definition. Right now, I am definitely more focused on gaining strength in my training, gaining size in places that I want to gain size, and look still toned but not fluffy, if that makes sense. And then from that stage, a bunch of stuff happened in my life, and I went from counting macros like OCD person to not counting macros at all, to like enjoying myself and just working out, enjoying myself. So I went from the very skinny me to a fluffy me, because I wouldn't call that fat. I wouldn't say that I was 100% comfortable there, but close to, and that for me was a little bit of like a, okay, you need to actually control your love for food. So I started paying attention a little bit more, and then could see a little bit more definition coming back in, as you can tell by this photo. And I've just started now in 2018 giving my whole diet an overhaul and being more specific with my portions, with my meals, and be very, very consistent with 1 cheat day a week and 6 days that are completely planned, completely meal prepped. Before January, you already know, I went to Germany. So right after Germany, I took some photos in a bikini so that I have something to compare that to later on in a couple of months to see my progress and see just the difference in my body, and also obviously to show you guys what meal prep and consistency can make you look like. So these are the photos of my bikini at the beginning of January, so kind of the front and side butt view. And also just quickly to mention is where I retain most of my fat mass and weight is around my thighs, kind of like underneath my butt, and the very bottom part of your belly, which is the hardest part to get rid of, and that is completely diet related. Hate to break it to you, but this is how it is. But I also already have 2 photos that I just took the other day. 1 month of meal prepping already led me to having my pants a little bit looser, like you can see here, and also my butt is slightly more popping. I always feel like when I'm not tracking any food, my butt kind of goes into my leg, but as soon as I pay attention to my diet, it kind of curves out the little bubble. The transition from your butt into your hamstring, the back of your leg, if you don't know what the hamstring is. A lot of people just don't understand that even if they're eating clean and they're eating healthy or they're eating vegetarian or vegan, if they're overeating their portion sizes and overeating calories, you will also gain weight. You need to watch your portion. So I have an example for you guys. I am prepared. I have an example. What I do is I weigh my food. So I have a little kitchen scale and I weigh all of my carbs and all of my protein. Grains, vegetables, I do not weigh. I go by cup sizes. So I want to always hit 1 to 2 cups per meal. I measured 40 grams of oatmeal that was uncooked. And to give you an idea, that means this little bowl is not even filled to the brim. So it's like kind of full up until here. That is 40 grams of oatmeal. That little bowl, once it's cooked with almond milk, it turns into like the larger bowl that you just saw in the photo. As for carbs, I brought examples. I'm so good. Okay. So my options for carbs with my 2 regular meals. So I go for 1 breakfast meal, 2 regular meals, and 1 meal that can be, I guess, like breakfast related or like a smoothie, a shake, a bowl, something like that. But for the 2 like main meals of my day, I go for either potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, brown rice, or white rice, whatever rice you prefer. Quinoa, millet is a good different version of quinoa pretty much. And I cook those first before I weigh them. My outlay for every meal is 100 grams of protein, 100 grams of carbs, and then 1 to 2 cups of fiber, meaning vegetables, salad, steamed veggies, whatever you feel like. My carbs and protein I weigh after I cook them, and then obviously put them together in little Tupperware containers, because being prepared is the easiest way that you will stay on track. Because if there's nothing else in your fridge but your packed little meal, you will be eating that meal because you will be starving else. I quickly wanted to mention the protein that I use because I get asked all the time. And at the moment, for the last probably 5 months, I've been obsessed with the diesel protein, which is a New Zealand whey isolate whey protein from grass-fed cows, which is healthier for you, which is made in Canada, and it is sweetened with stevia, which is awesome. Has just all natural ingredients. It is vegetarian. It's peanut and nut free, lactose free, gluten free, aspartame free, non-GMO, and no MSG. It doesn't just have your 26 grams of protein, it also has 5 grams of glutamine and 7 grams of BCAAs, which will help you with recovery while you're working out. Right now I'm enjoying the milk chocolate flavor, and we had the salted caramel, which was delicious. I love vanilla. Matt hates vanilla, so he's like, please don't buy the boring vanilla. And I'm like, oh, it's so good in protein shakes though. So I wanted to just quickly show you this because I'm going to be mentioning that in a couple of recipes. I just want to give you really a good handful of recipe ideas how you can put your meals together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to insert photos and then give you the full recipe and how much it is and all that good stuff. So starting with breakfast, I already showed you the picture before, but I'll insert it again. So this is my 40 grams of oats, and I mixed almost a full scoop of protein powder in there. I mixed 1 tablespoon of flax seeds and half a cup of strawberries, and I cooked the oats with almond milk. Another version of breakfast that I would do is 40 grams of Greek yogurt, and I mix again 1 scoop of protein powder in there, and then I add another half a cup of frozen fruit. So this is, for example, a good evening snack too, especially if you like sweet treats before bed, because this is super sweet. Like, this is almost too sweet for my taste because I love savory food. So this is something I would have post gym. The other day I made a savory breakfast. I used 100 grams of wheat berries. If you're gluten-free, you obviously can't eat those, but I love those. And I topped it with half an avocado that I mashed up with a little bit of olive oil, lemon juice, chili flakes, salt and pepper. Then added scrambled eggs on top and a little bit of herbs. So my ratio for scrambled eggs is 1 cup of egg whites and 1 egg. I made for lunch the other day, so it was my 100 grams of rice. I used jasmine rice, and then I had my 1 cup of arugula salad. I just topped it with a little bit of balsamic vinegar. Then I had my 100 grams of salmon, and then I added 1 poached egg on top of the salad, and I love that combination. So this is a whole wheat kind of chicken, spicy chicken wrap. So what I used was 1 tablespoon of veganese. So this is made with not eggs, but just, I think, canola oil, mayonnaise. So I mixed that with a little bit of sriracha sauce, added it onto the whole wheat wrap, then only added 20 grams of white rice, half a cup of chopped up tomato, and then my chicken on there, and then roll it up. That was delicious and spicy. I made a stir fry the other day, and I added a lot of vegetables just to kind of fill me up. So for this stir fry, I added about 3 cups, like altogether, peppers, onions, mushrooms, and bok choy that I sauteed first, and then added chopped up leftover chicken in there, 100 grams, and then served it with 100 grams of white rice. For the stir fry, I added sesame oil into it and sesame seeds. I also added a little bit of turmeric because it's anti-inflammatory and I love the taste of it. And I also added a little bit of coconut aminos to it to give that kind of soy sauce taste, but it's much better for you. Those are all meals where I definitely took time and thought about the meal to make it presentable and just delicious looking, because most of the time my meals look like this. It is just plain chicken, plain potatoes, or plain yams, or plain rice, and then plain steamed vegetables. So right now I go for 4 meals a day, and I try to go no longer than 4 hours in between those meals, because first of all, I will be starving, and also to keep my metabolism kind of at a level where I'm not crashing and then craving something. And then I give myself that 1 day a week where I get to go out and I get to eat whatever I want to satisfy any kind of craving that I might have. So far, for 4 weeks, it's been working great. You have something to work towards to all week, and that's kind of like my goal. At the end of the week, I'm like, yes, I am meal prepping and I'm on top of my game until the end of the week, and then I get to cheat, and then I get to do it again. So that's it, guys. This is my what I eat in a day, what my meal plan looks like right now, how I put my meals together. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any further questions, please leave them in the comments below, because I'd love to answer them for you. And if you don't have anything else to do right now, go subscribe to my channel, because I would really appreciate it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!